In today's news for you, spring is around the corner and so are the weeds. So to help, Mike Wilson at JimKen Nursery joins me. I put on Facebook today saying, let's answer your questions. We've got a zillion. Let's get started in with the first one. Catherine Fleming Bruce. She says, is it best to permanently remove wild blackberry vines from flower beds by pulling vines up manually or by spraying them with pesticides?
You can spray them with a pesticide or actually a herbicide. However, vines are tubular in nature. You can kill the actual growth that you see, but it will just pop up somewhere else. So the short answer is yes, you can kill what you see. Will you eradicate it forever without putting out a soil sterilant? The answer is no, I'm afraid.
Here's another question. Maria Campbell-Michoud, I have ground moles and they're killing my grass. How do I get rid of them?
Well, there's a couple of different things you can do. You know, the organic way is if you have a cat, put cat hair and kitty litter in there because that's a natural predator. If you can find the opening. There's all kind of traps you can buy, but if you get rid of the insects that the moles are feeding on, that'll go a long way with helping them disturbing the roots of your grass with spring.
Lisa Renee Harris, Mike says, how do I get rid of the vines that grow up in the trees with little or no leaves, have those sharp thorns like rose thorns, they have deep roots? What does she do?
All right, here's depending on what the tree is, and if there's any foliage in the way, if you got a vine growing up and it has leaves, you can spray those with a contact herbicide, let's say Roundup, because everybody knows what Roundup is. But if it drifts anywhere else, it'll kill that. Now, here again, you're killing what it comes in contact with. But it's not killing what may come later on.
Under the ground.
So it's tough. It's like the first question. When you're dealing with berry vines, there's almost impossible. I shouldn't say that because that's not the answer people want to hear, but it's tough to get rid of.
Tell us what you've got here.
All right, in that fancy bag that weighs 50 pounds that Dawndy was doing push-ups with, that is prodiamine, which is 007. That is the pre-emergent herbicide that we recommend that you put out on your grass right now. Put it out when your grass is dry, water it in, and what that does is kill the weeds before they have a chance to germinate. When they start to germinate, there's a film on the grass, and it kills them. Now, if you already have weeds in your yard, you have two ways of treating them. You can treat them with a post-emergent, which is a liquid that you spray, or you can go out and buy a product that's granular called Lockup, and it's a grain you can put out like fertilizer, and it'll kill them that way. Or you can wait till your grass greens up this spring and put out a weed and feed, you know, like the Scots and the other stuff you see.
Yes.
But the only thing with weed and feeds, a lot of times the herbicide kind of breaks down in the bag, and you put it out and you'll have a concentration here, and that causes more harm than good.
Excellent information, as always. In fact, I told Mike, I said, you got to come back next week. I got many more questions that I received.
We got more weeds next week. We got plenty to talk about.
We're going to talk about insects next week and how to get rid of them in your yard. Thank you, as always. And just contact them at JimKen Nursery if you have more questions.